Patti and I are cool. We always have been. I've known Patti for years, many years. We go all the way back to the Uptown Theater in 1962, Philadelphia.
Me and Aretha, we were good, okay? The time when she did the White House, she was not feeling great, okay? After the White House, we spoke on the phone. She called me.
And it's beautiful, the tribute that you did to your dear friend, Aretha Franklin.
Goodness. One of my better friends in life. I looked up to her. She was like my hero, the best singer in the world of all times. And I did a tribute to her.
Aretha, I love you.
You want to be involved in the meetings now. You want to know exactly what's going on and who's doing what. And you better be involved because you're the person who has to do it. They don't have to do it. You're the one that has to do it.
OMG, in the world of music industry, there is a shadiest character, Clive Davis. Now you might be thinking, who's Clive Davis? Well, let me tell you, he's like the Voldemort of the music world. Powerful, manipulative, and possibly responsible for some seriously dark stuff. First things first, let's talk about what the Queen of Soul herself, Aretha Franklin, had to say about this guy. Apparently, Aretha believed that Clive Davis had everything to do with the tragic death of singer Phyllis Hyman. Yep, you heard that right. For those who don't know, Phyllis Hyman was a talented singer who sadly took her own life in 1995. But according to Aretha, it wasn't just personal demons that drove Hyman to that point, it was the frustrations she experienced working with none other than Clive Davis. Talk about a toxic work environment. But wait, it gets worse. Aretha didn't stop there. She also claimed that Clive had plans to take out Chaka Khan. Now, I don't know about you, but when someone uses the phrase take out in the music industry, I'm not thinking about a nice dinner date. Speaking of Chaka Khan, she had her own beef with Clive Davis. Remember when Whitney Houston passed away? Well, Clive decided it was totally appropriate to throw his annual pre-Grammy party in the same hotel where Whitney's body was still present. Chaka called it complete insanity, and honestly, I couldn't agree more. Who does that? But here's the kicker. Clive apparently didn't take kindly to Chaka's criticism. According to Aretha, he started plotting how to take out Chaka after that. I mean, talk about holding a grudge. This man's ego is more fragile than a soap bubble in a hurricane. Now let's take a moment to appreciate the absolute audacity of this man. He's been in the music industry for decades, supposedly nurturing talent and creating stars. But from what we're hearing, he's more like a cartoon villain, twirling his mustache and plotting the downfall of anyone who dares to cross him. Can we talk about his parties for a second? Who throws a party when someone has just died in the same building? It's like he's trying to win the Most Insensitive Human Being award. And let's be real, with competition like that, he'd probably win by a landslide. But the real cherry on top of this mess Sunday is how he treats his artists. If what Aretha said is true, this man is basically the music industry's version of a soul-sucking dementor. He signs these incredible talents, promises them the world, and then what? Drives them to the brink of despair, makes them feel so frustrated and hopeless that they... Well, let's not even go there. It's just too dark. And let's not forget, this is coming from Aretha Franklin herself. The Queen of Soul, the woman who demanded R-E-S-P-E-C-T. If she's calling you out, you know you've messed up big time. Now, I'm not saying we should believe every rumor we hear, but when multiple legendary artists are all saying the same thing about one person, it might be time to start connecting the dots. And those dots are spelling out yikes in big, bold letters. It's like Clive Davis thinks he's playing some twisted game of musical chairs, where instead of removing chairs, he's removing artists. And the prize? Apparently, total control over the music industry. Talk about delusions of grandeur. The saddest part is that this man has been celebrated in the industry for years. He's got more awards than a kid's soccer league where everyone gets a trophy. But behind all those accolades and that smiley public persona, there might be a whole lot of darkness. It really makes you wonder about all those coincidental career downfalls and sudden retirements in the music industry, doesn't it? How many of those were actually orchestrated by the puppet master himself, Mr. Clive Davis? And let's not even get started on his apparent belief that he can just take out artists who don't fall in line. What is this? The Godfather Music Industry Edition? Does he sit in a big leather chair, stroking a cat, while plotting the demise of anyone who dares to speak against him? The way Clive Davis operates, you'd think he was auditioning for the role of evil stepmother in a Disney movie. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the most powerful music exec of them all? Spoiler alert, it's not you, Clive. It's the artists who make the music that people actually want to listen to. It's like he forgot the golden rule of the music industry. Without the artist, you're just a guy in an expensive suit with a lot of empty records to sell. But no, he's out here acting like he's the main character in everyone's story. Newsflash, Clive, you're the villain, not the hero. The fact that he's managed to stay at the top of the industry for so long is honestly impressive. It's like watching a really bad magician. You know it's all smoke and mirrors, but you can't help but be amazed at how he keeps pulling it off. But here's the thing, besties. The music industry is changing. Artists are speaking out, taking control of their careers, and calling out the bad behavior they've experienced. And Clive? Well, he's starting to look like a relic of a bygone era. An era where powerful men could manipulate and control artists without consequences. So what's the lesson here? Maybe it's that we should be more critical of the people behind the scenes in the music industry. Maybe it's that we should listen when our favorite artists speak out about their experiences. Or maybe it's just that we should all stay far, far away from Clive Davis and his apparently cursed record label. One thing's for sure, the next time I hear about a Clive Davis party, I'm running in the opposite direction. And if I ever see him approaching with a record contract, well, let's just say I'd rather try my luck with a hungry shark. So what do you think, besties? Is Clive Davis the music industry's biggest villain, or is this all just a big misunderstanding? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more juicy celebrity tea. Until next time, stay sassy and stay far away from shady music executives. You are watching Hot Gossip. Bye.